And wellity, welcome folks, welcome back to Let's Play Harvester. Now, last time we left off, I promised you this was the most violent game ever made, and I didn't really fulfill on that promise, but we'll see if things pick up. So, we just talked to Stephanie, our supposed fiancée, and see what goes on. Hopefully I've solved the skipping problem that comes from the FMVs, because otherwise I'm going to have to be putting together like 20 different parts in order to make one episode. So, we've done the Potsdams. Let's have a look at this abandoned house then. Seem to be a lot of wasps. Maybe some kind of buzzing thing. Yep, perfect ground for wasps, so I suppose it's all boarded up. No, that's our inventory. So let's head inside then and see what's going on. Hello! There's a person. Tetsuo Crumb.
It's not often that I get visitors.
I wonder why.
I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the Wasp woman. A pejorative, no doubt. Born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
No, I think it's more to do with the fact they really hurt when you get stung by them. What do you mean by honey?
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees,
I don't see how exactly that would be a financially sound business, making wasps.
Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey.
And it don't
But
hurt as much as a
sometimes
wasp.
it's not what is produced.
I mean, a bee stings you once, it's died. A wasp will sting you as many times as it wants to.
as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor?
Yes. Yes, it is.
More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee. The wasp is a joy to behold.
And it's got a Harvester logo in its eyes for some reason. Is there a robot bee? Or a robot wasp even?
Beautiful and juicy. Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks?
Not really, no. What do you mean by drawbacks? I mean the whole stinging things?
As you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only
insects.
for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure.
See, if there's anybody who gets pleasure out of getting stung by any animal,
A great deal of
I would not want to
pleasure.
meet that person.
The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh.
I'm not really
and
liking this
muscular
conversation right now,
contractions in
strange,
their
creepy wasp
thorax
woman.
as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation.
And you have ruined wasps
Each
for me.
painful welt, an act of love.
See, that's a big old nope. It's a big old bye. Goodbye, wasp woman. I leave you to your madness. And away we go. Well, I suppose we should take a look at the mortuary, seeing as that's, you know, where we're going to be heading for our wedding, apparently. So, this is a very big place. Got a nice church hall thing going on here. Got a casket. Why would there be a casket here? A hauntingly beautiful stained glass window, which a man holds a scythe in one hand and some ethereal power in the other. Can't say I've seen that in a church before. A small lectern for a priest. Anything on it? Nope. And out we go then. Let's have a look in this door. What's this? Oh, ledger. Those who have passed recently. Johnson A. Rhinecliffe. Well, I guess we can take the ledger, I guess. Not sure really why we need it, but may as well steal it.
Stephen.
Who are you?
Hello, Mr.
I am
Lincoln.
Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder,
Why do
Steve.
people keep saying that?
Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to
I
involve
like his hat.
myself in the affairs of the
I
living.
want his hat.
Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
I'm going to assume
What are you
the bake
talking about?
sale.
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I am gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses.
What do you mean by losses?
It's...
Oh,
God
skipped
knows,
by
by
accident.
putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well?
So it seems to
My
be
losses
they're
to the
raising the
dead are
bake sale in
substantial.
order to help pay for this
Hopefully
guy
the
with all the
bake sale
burials
will
and
offset some of them.
putting up all the people that drift into town.
This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects
Ah, very,
without
very nice
families
of them.
who wander into Harvest
So it tells me they're not
uninvited.
going to be waiting with a hot
Then
blanket and a
the Order
nice
is
soup.
setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters, graves.
Oh.
You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through.
You ever hear that word
Don't
anymore?
ask me why,
Hobos.
it's what those people do.
I guess it's more of an American
Use
thing.
your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses?
So let's talk about this Order of the Harvest Moon, and you seem to probably know something about it since you're working
As
with them.
always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
So it seems to be that this
Needs.
lodge makes
Such
sure that
as-
everything keeps moving
Pardon
along
me, there are
smoothly.
corpses to prepare.
Also, I am worried by
And
the
my
amount
losses
of
have
blood
been
all over the
substantial of
walls and
late.
floor in this place.
If you're
I'm pretty
sincerely
sure that dead
interested in
bodies
the order,
don't have
however,
that much blood in them.
you should
Or at the
stop
very
by
least,
the lodge
they
and
do
speak
not
with
have
the
it at
sergeant
such
at
high
arms.
pressure that it
Why should I be
sprays up
interested,
onto the
Mr.
ceiling.
Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively.
They haven't got that one right.
It is the
It's the
ambition
massive
of
one in
everyone
Villa
here to
Town.
join.
I don't know if they
Enjoy
built
your
that thing. I have
loss.
no idea. There's only 50
Obtain
people
wisdom.
living here.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you.
Bye.
I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.
So this is a town where the homeless come to die. What a very, very nice place. It's a new tube of astro glue. Ooh, yoink.
You can't have that, Stephen. I need it for my work. And may I say you're a rude young man for attempting to steal it.
I was only gonna borrow
I'm
it.
gonna say he's got me there.
Indeed. And have you anything I could hold as security?
Security. Like what? Money?
I'm afraid that's not good enough. I need that glue for my work. You
Why do
must
you
present
glue
me with
for dead
something
bodies?
significant if you'd have me part with it.
I sense a fetch quest. This is a very, very nice town, isn't it? Nice and wholesome and caring and full of dead people. So, where should we head next? Scroll down. Oh, what's this house anyway? Johnson residence. Let's have a look at the old Johnson house. It's a very nice car. During the day, Mr. Johnson keeps watch over his precious 48 Tucker. So it's a car from 1948. Very good condition as well. Talk to Mr. Johnson.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband to
I do
be?
not like the look on that man's
Other than
face.
having no memory, I guess I'm alright.
All right. You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into.
I
if
don't
you
like that inflection.
haven't gotten into it already. Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. So if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
I don't think I want to be
right.
talking to
And
this
you
Mr.
are-
Johnson anymore.
You always were a kidder, Steve. I'm
Even
Mr.
sounds
Johnson,
evil.
remember? Glad you stopped by. Just got finished waxing the tucker. I could use a little relaxation. But since Edna's not here, I might as
Ew.
well talk to you.
Who's Edna? Is it your wife?
Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away.
Oh yes,
If
I'm
I
sure
was
they can't
interested,
resist to
that
those
is.
charms in that widow's peak.
Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence. And her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father. And Edna, well, she needs a good hard penis.
Why is there suddenly a penis option? I'm scared to click on it.
What makes you so sure she needs a penis?
You saying Edna's getting it from someone else? Like maybe that damn Sheriff Duane?
Duane.
He's
His parents really loved him.
diner every day from noon to 1, eating his dadgum pie. And I got a feeling he'd like Edna for dessert. Sure, it's the only diner in town, but I'm sure he's got more on his mind than food.
Bye?
Bye now.
Run away, Steve. Run far, far, far away. Yeah, let's have a look over here. There's the hotel again. Let's have a look at the fire station. As they were saying about firemen earlier. Talk to the fire.
Please excuse the mess.
Oh, it's
They've
one
done
of these
wonders
sorts
with
of
the upstairs
situations.
bedroom, but this garage defies color coordination.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a very comfortable thing for certain people of certain persuasions, let's put it that way. So there's a male model in the middle of a room being painted. Can't really talk. Can we talk to him?
I don't converse on the job, Steve.
That dog barking is getting annoying. Hello, dog. Saliva is foaming from his barking chops. Very hungry dog, then.
Don't bother me, I'm sketching. Oh, look! What made me do?
So why are they painting in the middle of, you know, a fire service?
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the House of Flame, as we like to call it.
I'll call it the House of
I'll
Lag,
put it
because
out,
what that
Bob,
dog.
honestly. Once he gets barking, a good piece of meat is the only way to shut him up.
Yay, cutscene. Just
There you go, Spot.
casually carrying around a chunk of meat. Okay, that FMV was totally necessary.
So, Steve, bet you don't remember me. Heard about that short in the old wiring. I'm Fire Marshal Sparky, head of your fire department.
Then why are you sketching nude men in my fire department? Very good question. Come on. Work, game, work.
Please, it's not the subject, it's the process. Don't be such a
Whoa.
We're
And if,
talking about
I know you can
art.
probably you can probably see the bottom of the
Besides,
screen there,
we
like
haven't had a
juts up a
fire
little.
in Harvest since the
There's nothing I can really do
newspaper
about that. I'm
broke
running this in
that.
like a windowed mode to make it
Oh,
easier to
I'll admit that
record.
The Wasp woman's place is one big accident waiting to happen. Isn't that right, Spots?
Hello, FMV dog again. So, Wasp woman. Yeah, can you tell me about her?
Some people think all we do is sit around, fetching examples of manhood for our own amusement. Nothing could be further from the truth. Why, just the other day we cited Tetsuo Crumb for fire code violations.
Sure, you're working
All
very,
the
very hard.
dried out paper wasp nests clustered around our wooden house. Why, it's a chem-log just waiting for the right faggot.
I'm going to assume that means
None
the
of us
bundle
wants
of
to see
sticks
another
variation.
fiasco like the Sentinel
Or the
fire.
pork product that you can get over here. So, newspaper fire.
A
What's that about?
dreadful affair. You wouldn't think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly.
Think it was arson?
Oh, please. Duane was glad enough to the thing go up, and so was McKnight.
Isn't that a little suspicious?
If you could get into that safe in his wall...
License of Edgewest.
Forget it. Look, Steve, as far as I know, the fire was an accident. Let's just leave it at that. Now
It's a
don't you
paper
go
cutout.
moving.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna leave this place. It seems to be messing with the FMV. Damn it, where's the exit thing gone? Exit! There we are. And away we go with our little saunter. It is worth also mentioning you can use the, what do we call it, directional pad if you want, you know, your arrow keys in there if you want to control this, but I prefer using a mouse. So we've got a pile of ashes. What's left of a newspaper building after an extreme fire. What's this? There's a shovel. A shovel is sticking out of the building's ashes. Why would it be a shovel? I wonder. Can we use said shovel on the ashes? Hello. Buried in the ash trees, a few hidden remnants. What do we find here? Bake sale. Why would there be a bake sale thing there? Oh, a button. Postal workers button. Looks like they've been ripped from the cuff. Wait a minute. You don't think that could be the postman's button, do you? That seems oddly suspicious. Tell you what, since it's here, let's go have a look at our lodge, see what we can do to get in. Whoa, laggy. Sergeant at Arms, what do you have to say?
Only initiates may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest.
Dr. Claw!
Did you say something?
Didn't you hear me? But my mind touched yours.
Telepathy? But how?
Magic?
Those who seek enlightenment or want my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge?
Yes, I'd like to join the lodge.
There are always obstacles to the path. You must first fill out an application to be considered.
See, most
initiation into
organizations
the service.
that say they'll introduce you to mysteries of the world and everything don't normally have application forms. But, okay, give me an application form.
Applications are available at the post office. Postmaster Boyle disseminates them.
So you're telling me that the lodge itself does not have any application forms?
Sully my
I wonder nobody
hands.
joined your lodge.
Then I just fill it out and return it to you, or what?
You may find it difficult to obtain an application. You will no doubt need to find some way to persuade Postmaster Boyle to give you one in the middle of the month, as it is against his rules. When you do, however,
Oh, so it seems to be some kind of test
you are worthy.
in order to
You
prove
will
that we
be
can
put
actually,
to the test.
you know, be worthy of the lodge. Well, guess we'll go do that test then. Come on. There we go. So away from the lodge. Where to now? Tell you what, since we haven't checked it out yet, let's go have a look at that police station. See what they got going on. Kinda cool, the police station and the fire station are right next to each other. There's a cop over there. The cop ignores you, too busy writing a bug report. I get it, because of Volkswagen Beetle. That's funny. So, we got the police over here, 2 officers. Sheriff Duane, this is the sheriff.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Duane, and this here is Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Oh, this is interesting.
Of course we have, but I heard about your
Oh.
alleged amnesia and figured I'd play
Yeah, of
along.
course.
I sure hope this is just a prank. and not the start of some insanity plea.
So nobody
Keep your
believes
nose
we
clean,
are
or you'll
actually
wind up in
an
jail,
amnesiac.
and that's no place to hold a wedding.
Why don't you believe me about the amnesia? Come on.
Why do you want to break your poor mama's heart with all this amnesia bunk?
I'm telling you the truth. Why
Wait
won't
to
anyone
yell.
believe me?
Well, you've
You
always
always
been
were
a
a kidder,
kidder,
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon.
So nobody believes us?
You should be thinking
And everybody
about
just
your
thinks we're
career
kidding.
and about joining the lodge.
Oh great, this is going to be fun to try and prove. Wedding.
Amnesia or no, you can't have forgotten you're about to marry the prettiest little thing in Harvest. I think you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's
Oh, he's got the
disappointment
sheriff's
doesn't
blessing.
spoil everything.
Disappointment?
Yeah, his
Mr.
daughter.
Potsdam wants to hold the wedding in the lodge, but he'll never get in.
He
Like
seems so
all
sure
the
of that.
rest, he's always hanging around the post office the first day of the month, waiting for Boyle to bring out that month's lodge applications. And there's always a long line, never enough applications to go around, and even if you do get an application, chances are you're right out of luck. Fewer called to the order and even less accepted. And Potsdam, well, they've turned him down so many times, unless he does something radical, he'll never get in.
You'd think a lodge would be a lot more accepting of having new people start. Crime. They're not committing any crimes.
Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire. Oh, sure. Every week or so, we get the odd transient dropping
See,
dead.
when you get to the point where
But other than
transients
that,
dropping dead in your
it
towns
gets
is a regular
pretty slow
occurrence, I think
around
that's a
here.
thing to start investigating. What can you tell me about the newspaper fire?
Sure. You remember. The Sentinel building burned down about 6 months ago.
That's what I'm telling you, Sheriff. I don't remember anything. Why won't you believe I have amnesia?
Well, you've always
Of
been a
course.
kidder, Steve. Anyway,
Get
the
used to
fireman
hearing
said
that, by the
fire
way.
was
It's
caused by
only
arson.
gonna repeat
I never
more.
caught the perp, though.
But we found the gas can that was used. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's
that's
in the
interesting.
evidence room.
And I found evidence.
Loomis, that's classified. Darn it.
How many times you gonna have to tell me to keep my mouth shut? I
Only
wonder.
more times than is
Sorry,
necessary.
boss.
You've got the gas can in the evidence room? Did you dust it for prints?
You've been watching too much TV, Steve.
See, it is a bit of an
Heck,
anachronism since I'm pretty
you can
sure
make out all
that
those curvy
fingerprint
lines in your
analysis has been used
No, it's sitting in there
about 100 years
gathering
now.
dust,
Remember, it was
clean
kind
as
of
the day we
invented in
found
the
it.
Victorian
Just in
ages,
case I
so
ever need a
that is
spare
guy
gas
using it
can.
kind of tells me he didn't really want to
That
solve that
case is
case.
closed, Steve. Stop on by
bye.
any time, Steve.
Oh, no blooms.
Anything I can help you with?
That coffee smells good.
Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she
pretty
don't
sure
turn out like
you mean
Mrs.
she does look like a
Loomis.
good woman.
For mercy forbid, Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know?
I'm scared to ask about man's needs, but I will for the sake of the Let's Play. Come on, work.
Why, you sure ought to appreciate what a man's got to do sometimes in a parked car, or waist high
See, even the game is trying to
in a
stop him.
tree, or jail cell at noon. Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcards.
Oh good, another fetch quest. Got to grab a man's pawn.
You can get any. It's see clear.
Just what
the
I always
park.
wanted to do in a video game.
Bring 'em round when the sheriff's at lunch, and I'd be obliged.
Bye? Come on. There we go.
Anytime, kiddo.
See, I think we're just gonna leave. Can't really do much with the police watching, so we can't exactly sneak in there anyway. And I think this is a good place to end the part. So, I've been Grandmaster Scott A, this has been Harvester, and I thank you so very, very much for watching. Adios.